How's it going, YouTube? Today, we finally figure out who I rig my stop motions for. Because everyone seems to think I hate every single driver in the field. That's not true. I have my favorites, I have my biases, but I try my best to keep them out of my stop motions. As you'll see, some of my least favorite drivers have won Aflac Cup Series championships. So, is what it is. Y'all can think whatever you want. We'll start with Quin Houff. I don't know. I kind of dislike him. I know he's young. He has a lot to prove, but for now, I kind of dislike him. Aric Almirola, I am very neutral on. I mean, I like his background. I like his story. I like that he came back from breaking his back and whatnot. But it's not enough to be like, okay, I want him to win every weekend. Denny Hamlin, he is in the despise category. I changed it from despise to hate, or from hate to despise, because I think hate is a very strong word. But I despise Denny Hamlin winning races, mainly because he's just good. That's what happens when drivers are good. You either grow to like them and root for them, or you get sick of them winning constantly. And I still kind of hold a little grudge from Martinsville. You'll see why. Ryan Blaney. I like Ryan Blaney. I really want Ryan Blaney to succeed. Not quite in the favorite category, because I feel like the favorite category is like the God tier. You have to be very special to be in that category. Then you got Ty Dillon. I'm neutral on Ty. I like the Dillon brothers. I mean, I like Austin more, so he'll probably be in the light tier. But Ty, he's alright. Clint Bowyer. It's like I'm kind of neutral on him. He's funny. I like him in the booth. I'll go neutral, but I don't really find myself cheering for Bowyer much. Brennan Poole, neutral. Justin Haley, neutral. Chris Buescher, neutral. Oh boy. The number 18 of Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch haters get a lot of flack because why do you hate him just because he's good? You're allowed to not like people because they're good. And you know what? We are witnessing greatness with Kyle Busch right now and what he's done, except for this year. But Kyle Busch, we're allowed to not like him because he has a mouth on him. He's very arrogant. He likes to rile up the crowd. I enjoy not liking Kyle Busch. Am I wrong for that? No, I'm not. I personally think because people hate Chase Elliott, and we'll see later where Chase Elliott lands on my spectrum. But people are allowed to not like Chase Elliott, so why am I not allowed to dislike Kyle Busch? You know what I mean? Truex, he is going to be in. Okay, I'll put him in the dislike category because I really like Truex. When his comeback happened, when he left the 56 team and went to the 78. I was really onto that story. I mean, his girlfriend, fiance, I'm not sure what she is, Sherry, had ovarian cancer. So I just really connected with that story because my aunt was suffering from ovarian cancer at the time. And I'm really happy Sherry was able to make it out of it. And then they went to Toyota, and he just became he complains a lot on the radio. And sometimes when he's just literally racing like everyone else is out there, he'll complain about getting raced hard. And I know Gordon used to do that, so it's a little hypocritical on my stance. But that part of Truex I dislike. So he'll go from being in the light category to the dislike category. Kurt Busch, I really like Kurt Busch. Man, his comeback was great. His episode on the Dale Jr. Download was fantastic, so I recommend watching that. Just everything about Kurt Busch. One of my best friends is Kurt Busch is his favorite driver, so I have a little bit of comparison there. Dat Jones boy, he drives a Toyota. I'm not the biggest fan on Toyotas, but I like him. I like Erik Jones. Unfortunately, he has won an Aflac Cup Series championship, so there's a little bias there. But yeah, I like Erik Jones a lot. He's from Michigan. I'm from Michigan. It's just how it goes. Matt DiBenedetto, baby. Me and him, both in the light category. He's sponsored by Menards. I work at Menards, so me and him. This man right here, he can get the hands any day of the week. Joey Logano, man, oh man, he really made me mad at Bristol this year. I know that Chase took him out. I'll admit that any day of the week. You don't got to come at me with that. But yeah, Joey Logano just really, the way he races other drivers, especially at the Daytona Road Course, when he just drove it into Alex Bowman and ended up spinning out Bubba Wallace for no reason. Like, dude, you're gonna complain about getting raced hard, then you're gonna go and do that. Like, that grinds my gears. Willie B, the dislike category. I don't know. There's just something about him. He seems to be overrated. I know I'm a big fan of the 24, and I used to be a huge Byron fan just because he drove for Junior, and over time I'm just like, man, this guy, there's something about him. He has a lot of dumb mistakes. Like, he literally screwed Chase Elliott out of winning the Coke 600 this year because he refused to go to pit lane. That pissed me off. So yeah, there's that. And boy, why can't I remember who drives that 27? I'll be back. The 27 is Gray Gaulding in this particular one. Just very neutral on him, I guess. I don't know. Brad Keselowski. He's neutral now. I won't like him because he used to be in this despise category here at about 2014, 2015 when he was just straight up driving like a maniac. And it's not just from when him and Gordon got into it at Texas. Just watched replay that season, and he had fights with Hamlin, he had fights with Kenseth, he had fights with Stewart. Like, the dude was running into everyone, and it all boiled up to Texas. Like, I think that's what also really made Gordon mad, was just because Keselowski was driving like a complete fool that entire year. But I really do like Brad. He's also a Michigan man. One of my good friends is a big Brad Keselowski fan, so I'll put Brad at neutral. Corey LaJoie. I like Corey. He's cool. Michael McDowell, dislike. No need to explain. I got to see who drove the 36 this year. One second. It was David Reagan for some reason. Sure, neutral. Ryan Preece. I like Ryan Preece, but man, I just have the feeling that he will not be back next year. John Hunter Nemechek. I'm very neutral on him. Austin Dillon, another driver I like. I root for Austin Dillon. This man, Cole Custer, I'm neutral on. You know, I don't like him. I don't dislike him. One of those cases. Max Kansas. Man. Because back in the day, I really did not like Matt Kansas when I was young. Particularly for the Bristol incident with Gordon. And I really didn't like Roush back then either. And I don't know. There's a part of me now that kind of respects Kenseth. So I'll put him in neutral. Bubba Wallace. I like me some Bubba. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Man, that's another guy. Like, I like Stenhouse, but then I also hate how he drives on plate tracks. So I think that's enough. That's enough to put this man into the dislike category, just because of the way he races on super speedways. Jimmy Jam, baby, I like him. He used to be in the despise category, so yeah. The maturation of myself and respecting Jimmy for what he's done in the sport is incredible. Like, I'm sure Kyle Busch will be up here someday, or maybe neutral. I won't go as far as liking him, but man, because if this was made in 2009, number one, he is the number one driver in the despise category. That would actually be a fun video idea. All right, I have no clue who drove the 49 this year. I don't really particularly care to look it up because he's probably just going to be neutral anyway. Same with all these bums. Like, I don't know. I don't really care for the Ware Racing team, but I'm just still neutral on him. Brendan Gaughan, I like him, but I don't think it's enough to put him in that category. Timmy Hill, once again, he's kind of like Brendan Gaughan, just he's neutral. Ryan Newman, man, because I feel like you never want to see a driver lose his life. And I think the whole community came together this year at Daytona when Newman was hurt. And I think just because that, it's not fair for me or him to act like I liked him. Because honestly, Newman was one of my biggest pests. But I'll put him in neutral. I'm thankful that he's alive, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. 77 team, like, yeah, whatever. 78, whatever. 7 is whatever. I mean, come on. Kevin Harvick. Man, he's just another one of those guys that are just dominant, and if it was him over Hamlin, Harvick any day of the week. So kind of Keselowski and Harvick, I'm just neutral on. Like, I could easily dislike both of them, but at the same time, I could like both of them as well. Alex Bowman, I mean, he's a teammate. So is Byron. So, I mean, Byron's in the dislike category, but whatever. Bowman, he's up there. You know, Byron's tricky. Because he could be in a neutral category, but neutral is just so chock filled with things right now. Tyler Reddick, I root for Tyler Reddick. He's cool. Christopher Bell, I kind of dislike him. I don't know. We'll see. Daniel Suarez, I like me some Daniel. And then save the best for last, baby. Number 1 on the tier list, Chase Elliott. He's my favorite. So there it is, folks. This is what your not your favorite YouTuber. You could just be stumbling across this video. But the Aflac Cup Series, this is what he roots for on Sundays and occasionally Saturday nights. So we have Denny Hamlin. I root against him. Kyle Busch and Joey Logano. I dislike Quinn Houff, Truex, William Byron, Michael McDowell, Ricky Stenhouse, and Christopher Bell. Notable drivers that I'm neutral on: Keselowski, Harvick, Newman, Almirola, Bowyer, Ty Dillon, Cole Custer, Matt Kenseth, Timmy Hill, and Chris Buescher, Ryan Preece. Drivers that I like: Kurt Busch, Austin Dillon, Tyler Reddick, Ryan Blaney, Eric Jones, Matt DiBenedetto, Corey LaJoie, Bubba Wallace. You got Jimmy Johnson, Alex Bowman, Daniel Suarez, and then my favorite driver in the Cup circuit is Chase Elliott. I'm pretty sure that's well known on the YouTube community that I'm a big Chase Elliott fan, especially if you follow me on Twitter. I can get very triggered when Elliott seems to screw up like he usually does, and I shouldn't say like he usually does because he just literally just won the last race on the circuit. But I mean, NASCAR gave him a big opportunity to fumble that bag, and you know what? I took a stance. I'm like, yo, I gotta start supporting this man because if I spread negativity, it's just gonna like manifest itself. So I was like, okay, I'm confident Elliott's gonna get this dub, and he did. So I'm very happy to see that. So that's why Elliott. He's just my favorite. He took over for the 24. That's why I don't really have that same connection with Byron because Elliott was the first driver to sit in that 24, and now I just feel like the 24 is he's just such a nuisance. I don't know why I don't. I should like Byron because I got so many of his diecast. We'll see. We'll see as time goes on because this list, like I said, Johnson could have been down here years ago, but now he's up here in the light category. So. We'll fluctuate on Byron. These will all definitely fluctuate depending on the race and depending how upset I am. So, hope everybody enjoyed this video. I plan to make some more tier list videos because these are fun. And I have some pretty exciting ones planned out. So, look forward to these. Thanks everybody for watching. This is JG24, James6 signing out. Peace.